Welcome to Leicester Fan TV, another breaking transfer news video for you today. Somehow we've had no transfers and now we've got two rumours in one day. Locks, news is broke the last couple of hours. Connor Coady, we've already submitted a bid. It's been rejected, but we're looking like we're going for another one. Can you tell any more or?
Well, no, I mean, all I know is there were rumours online about 3 weeks ago, before the manager was announced. There were rumours that Cody was at Seagrave. A few people were talking about that, but there was nothing concrete. There was no one really of any reliability saying anything. But clearly, it could have been true. It might well have been true because from what I've seen, we have agreed personal terms with Cody.
Yeah.
It's just down to the clubs reaching an agreement. So the last time I heard, I think the value was at 4.5 million. I think that's the fee Everton could have signed him for, and they didn't do that. So whether that's what we've bid and Wolves have rejected it, I don't know. But
see, that's the big thing because obviously the comments on the last two shows we've done is basically said get Connor Coady in, get Connor Coady in because he's such a big name now for teams because nobody wants him, and I don't know why because he is one of the players that you would think if you can get him in, he would basically be like the new Evans because he's younger, I think anyway, and he seems to be more experienced, I guess, in certain terms. So maybe he's definitely one to bring in, and would he be a starter? I don't know, but as you can see here from TalkSport, that they have said, I don't know if it's completely true, but they said that we've had initial bid rejected from Wolves, but Leicester are ready to put a second bid in and complete, and are confident on completing the signing of Connor Coady. So it looks reliable. Hopefully, when we hopefully hear from the likes of John Percy or
I think
Fabrizio.
Tanner's backed it up a little bit. I think Tanner has. He hasn't said it himself. He's done an article which I haven't read yet, but I think he's shared the news, so it must be true that we have bid and it's been rejected. I think Tanner's tweet was something like a lot of work to be done on this one. So it looks like it has been. We have bid. It looks like it has been rejected. But I suppose it just depends on how much Leicester want him. I think, it's going to be under 10 million, definitely, because Everton, I don't know if that was the clause in the loan deal, 4.5 million that Everton could have signed him for, but it will definitely be under 10 million. And I think,
but surely that's a snap of the hand. Surely you'd go for him for under 10 million easily.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Like, when do you ever hear of clubs accepting the first bid for a player? It's very rare. It's like everyone's talking about Maddison now, like saying, oh, well, it's going to be 40 million. No, that's the first bid. Yeah. So you don't know what the next one's going to be. So, obviously we haven't got a fee. No one's confirmed a fee yet on what was rejected. It might come out, later on today or tomorrow. But anything under 10 million, mate, I think is banging, because where are you going to get a player with that much experience? Like, the quality still, obviously he's not the best of centre backs in the Premier League, but he'll definitely be probably the best centre back in the Championship. I can't think of any better centre backs in the Championship than Connor Coady. So I think it's a no-brainer, really.
Again, if you look at it, like I say, I'm not too clued up on the Championship, but if you look at the defensive line for most teams, you couldn't think of a better player than Connor Coady in the Championship. Again, he was playing in the Premier League last year. Obviously, I've had my comments on. I prefer probably more of a Championship level player in the Championship because they know what they're doing. But like I say, Suter's come in for us, and he's not done too bad when he's played. So there's obviously something there with him. Hopefully, I don't know who you'd probably pair up with Cody if he did start out of phase, or Suter, depending on who goes or stays. But he would be a brilliant signing. Like people are saying, Nick Moore says Cody would be a solid addition to the squad. He would be. I've just seen that comment. We're not going to probably talk about Winks in this one because we did it earlier. But I'd say David, good move. I think everyone would be happy with Cody coming in. Cody captain.
I think so, because I've always understood the argument about, well, you can't give the captain's armband to a new player, but you've got to think we've lacked a captain anyway. Since obviously Schmeichel was our cap. Well, it was Wes Morgan, and obviously the later days when he wasn't playing as much, it was always Schmeichel, and then when Schmeichel left, it was Albrighton the official club captain, but then Evans as vice captain, and then Albrighton left, and it was between Evans and Tillemans and Maddison, and you know what I mean. So it's been a nightmare. But I think with Cody, I think you give him the armband if you come in, right? Because he's a great talker. Everyone who's seen any interviews or any media of Cody with other players, the England camp or at Everton or Wolves, he's brilliant, right? And it's a fresh start. It's a new manager. There's going to be new players. It's a new league. I don't see any problem whatsoever with giving him the armband as a fresh start, because it's like I said, it's a new manager. We can't really say, well, give it Vardy. I don't think Vardy wants to be captain. I don't think he ever really did want to be captain, because let's be honest, if he did, he would have had it as soon as Schmeichel left. Vardy would have been given the captain's armband. So Connor Coady, for me, mate, if we sign him, definitely captain. And I wanted to say as well about Cody and Suter. I see people saying about they're too slow together. Yes, but
what would you say to the Morgan and Hoof situation? They're too slow.
And Maguire and Evans, you know what I mean? So it depends on how we set up. If we're playing with a deeper line, two slow centre backs isn't a problem. Not a problem at all.
James, yes. Again, we are only doing these shows for rumour-based stuff. Obviously,
yes.
if things get announced, then we will be doing a full-on show for it. It's just at the moment they're just little rumours, so we're going to do a transfer rumour videos for this. A lot of people are saying, I think most people are happy with Cody coming in. It would be our best centre back in the club. Probably, if he does come in, probably most likely with all his players leaving.
I think he'll be best in the Championship, mate. I honestly think he'll be the best centre back in the Championship. Honestly,
yeah.
I think we sign him just to stop him going to Leeds or Southampton, mate.
I was going to say as well, with the captaincy role as well, maybe it's another thing where you say, you come in, you're captain, mate, and we'll get you in for that. Again, it might be another big part of his deal. Maybe come in, you're going to be captain. And again, he's a player that won't take any shit. He won't take any backlash. He will go for it. And if he's willing to get stuck in. So I'm more than happy for him to be in as captain, to be honest, thinking about it even more. Nick says heard rumours of Stefan as well today. Yeah, if does something more concrete come in, then we will probably go live for that as well. Defensive leader for Cody, which is ideal for us. Again, I think most people are happy with him coming in. Final comments, Locks, before we do end the live. What is your kind of last takes on this, Cody? Because again, most fans seem happy. I think it'd be a brilliant deal if we get him in for under 10 million. And like you say, best centre back in the Championship, surely.
Yeah, I think. Well, if not top three, I would say. Look, I think it's a statement of intent from Maresca, from the board. Obviously, we're going to be linked with a load of names between now and the end of the window. We might only sign 4 or 5 of them names. However, and there's going to be some people that are well up for these players, and there's going to be some people that are not fancying them. As we saw earlier on, not just you, Reedy. There's a lot of people who aren't keen on Winks. But I think one thing is for sure, like whether we agreed with the manager appointment or not, we've now got him. We have to back the manager, and along with that is backing his signings. And any players that Maresca brings in, we should back. And I think Connor Coady, I don't think Connor Coady's going to need that much backing. I think a lot of fans will be on board with that one. So it will be spot on if we sign him. It will really show that we're in it to come straight back up.
Yeah, I saw something as well on the TalkSport page, if I can quickly look for it. I think they said after that post, said the Foxes aren't messing around with recruitment this summer. And they say that we're going in for Cody. So I'm hoping that TalkSport's quite concrete evidence that we have put a bid in. Obviously, I don't think I've heard much from any of the actual journalists. Like you say, did you say that Tanner said something about it? But
yeah, I think I'll tell you right now because I've got it up here. Rob Tanner said because I know Rob Tanner's trusted by a lot of us. He's retweeted a few other people talking about Cody to Leicester, and then he actually tweeted saying, still a bit of work to be done on this one. And the article that he shared is Wolves turned down opening bid from Leicester for Connor Coady.
Well, again, the biggest thing for me there is they've rejected it, which means that there has been talks there has been a bid put in, and obviously unfortunately, it has been rejected. But maybe we're trying to get him as cheap as possible. Even if we do go to the 4.5 mil mark or even a bit higher, it would still be a steal for him, I guess. But again, any more news, guys, we will come back live for you. Has Connor Coady actually signed yet? No, James, he hasn't, but a bid has apparently been put in, which is the best news we probably could ask for in one day. Two transfer news, rumours, and looking like we're going to get both of them hopefully before the end of the window. So appreciate all the comments, guys, and we'll catch you all soon, hopefully, with another transfer rumour.
Cheers.
Hopefully. See you in a bit.